Salut, bonjour. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. J'espère que vous allez bien, que ce dimanche matin se passe bien. Ici, il fait beau, c'est tranquille, c'est bien. J'espère qu'on m'entend bien. Allez, on va lancer ça. Alors, j'ai découvert ce jeu il y a peu. On va bien voir ce qu'il donne. Alors, avant de commencer, voulez-vous que le jeu vous fasse savoir quand Marty a de nouveaux objectifs? Ben ouais, allez, on va dire que je suis novice. Ça aidera un peu, hein? On va le faire comme ça.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right.
Salut
check
Kenny,
that.
bonjour.
Have a good
Bienvenue.
trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
Comment vas-tu?
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car.
Ouais, ça va bien. Je me suis dit, allez, on va tenter un live tranquille. Ça va, j'espère que tout est bon, ma voix on m'entend
If
bien.
my calculations are correct,
Et que tout
when
est
this baby
nickel.
hits 88 miles per hour,
Je psychote toujours quand
you're
ça fait
gonna
un moment
see
que j'ai
some
pas lancé.
serious shit. Watch this. Watch this.
C'est vrai? Alors, on va monter un peu.
88
Merci
miles
Kenny
per
pour
hour.
l'info. Alors, est-ce que ça va mieux? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Allô, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ça devrait aller mieux normalement, je vais monter. C'est vrai qu'à chaque fois on me reproche que c'est un peu faible. C'est bon là? Ça sature pas, c'est bien? Ou pas? C'est bien? Ok. Merci bien. Alors, je sais pas si tu connais ce jeu. Ça fait un moment que je voulais l'essayer.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc. You disintegrated
C'est vrai?
Einstein.
Calm down, Marty.
Pourtant, je suis à fond au niveau de l'OBS. Hein.
The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Ah, pour toi avec tes streams. Par contre, pour moi, c'est toujours... Ouais, bah ouais. Là, c'est bon pour moi? Ok, merci. Ouais, alors apparemment, toi, en fait, j'ai l'impression que ça capte pas ton micro. Tu sais, quand tu parles, ça capte pas tout le temps. Ce qui fait que... non seulement c'est faible, mais ça coupe, tu vois. Je sais pas ce que... Faudrait que tu mettes le son à fond dans ton OBS. Tu sais, le son du micro. Alors, qu'est-ce que c'est que cette histoire? Une DeLorean? Vous avez mis votre chien dans une machine temporelle. Allez.
Wait a minute. You put your dog in a time machine in a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it in some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal.
Ah, c'est à fond. C'est un réglage Windows à faire, hein. Alors, Kenny, j'ai cassé ma tirelire. Je me suis acheté un écran, nouvel écran.
Doc?
Je suis passé en 144 Hz.
Where's the car, Doc?
Et
Should've caught up with
c'est
her
juste incroyable.
27 seconds ago.
Impressionnant.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor
Par contre, il va
miscalibration.
falloir que je réadapte tout
Marty,
mon,
could you get
tout
my
mon bureau.
notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Parce qu'il est énorme l'écran. Hein. Énorme. Mais c'est juste génial. Alors, tu vas devoir trouver le carnet de Doc. Tu vas donc... Doc a besoin de son carnet. Fais aller Marty sur la gauche jusqu'à voir la boîte à outils. Ok. Donc on a le curseur qui est là. Ah ok.
Notebook. Got it.
Ah c'est cool ça Kenny.
Flux capacitor?
Moi dans quelques
That's
années.
it.
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
Trop récent.
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into
C'est
the
cool.
wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared. And the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional to the 4th root of N, carry the 9, then...
Ouais.
Doc, something's way off here.
Moins de 350, ah oui. Ouais, ça vaut le coup, hein. Tu m'étonnes.
Doc?
Great Scott!
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Doc! No!
I'm
Ah.
sorry, Marty.
Problème de bagnole.
Doc, come back! Doc!
Alors j'ai vu que tu étais en live tout à l'heure et
Doc!
j'ai eu à peine le temps de venir et puis je faisais des trucs à côté. Donc sur Diablo 3.
Marty,
L'alternateur.
is everything okay?
Yeah, Mom, it was just a nightmare.
Ah ça a planté.
It was
D'accord.
in the past, and Doc was there.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late.
Oh, cette musique quand j'entends à chaque fois. À cause du magasin à proximité. Je sais pas Kenny. Je sais pas du tout. Ah, t'as commandé ta tablette? C'est cool.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc stuff. The city has no right
Now,
to.
son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Pas de R4.
Hi, Biff.
Ah, bif.
Come to see if the
Avec
old
son
Margot
survêt.
had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just remembering.
Ah, donc on est vraiment sur du point and click, hein. D'accord.
I wonder why Doc didn't take any of these with him.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can't intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
Merci mon petit équipe pour ton resub niveau 2. Merci beaucoup, 36e mois d'abo. Eh ben, tu veux des noms? Merci bien. Comment vas-tu? Ah, t'arrives en use et tu, hop, hein, tu lâches ton abo. Quoi de neuf, docteur? Ah, d'accord. Marc, vaut mieux ça que l'inverse, hein. Pas besoin de se lâcher tout seul. Tu vas bien sinon? J'ai vu que tu faisais un live sur WoW hier.
A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised fish.
Ouais, ça
Doc's
va.
fish had weird taste in decor. I kind of like Doc.
Ça va, ça va.
I miss Einstein.
Ah ouais, wow, quand j'ai vu ça, j'ai dit non, c'est pas vrai, quoi. Alors, non, on va pas se servir des indices, hein, quand même. On n'est pas un noob.
I better stick around. Doc might have left something important behind, and you wouldn't want it to end up at Biff's place.
Ah oui, pour me déplacer, c'est avec les flèches. Et cette fois, j'ai perdu 2 décibels de voix et 12 boutons. On va parler à Biff, tiens.
Hey, Biff.
Oh, hi, Marty.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was as bummed as anybody to hear that the old nutcase had kicked it.
He's not.
But I'm not above picking through the remains. You know what they say. Don't look a gift horse
Salut
in the
Fonzie.
butt.
Bienvenue à toi. Salut, salut.
Doc's not dead, you know. He's still around.
Oh, really? Do you see him around here?
I'm looking for something, in particular.
Yeah? Something valuable?
What are you doing here?
Well, I was as bummed as anybody to hear that the old nutcase had kicked it.
He's not.
But I'm not above picking through the remains. You know what they say. Don't look a gift horse in the butt.
Never mind.
Bon, je m'aide un peu, hein. J'ai
Doc
mis
built this model of downtown Hill
avec
Valley
indice.
way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
You know, you and my folks go way back.
Yeah, so?
So how about letting me have that model courthouse, for old time's sake?
No, I think I'll keep it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, look at what we have here.
Ah, Biff, il fait tout le temps chier, hein.
Plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something. Ah!
Et mon alerte follow correspond tout à fait au jeu, tiens. Je suis en train de penser à ça quand je l'ai lancé.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Clique sur le bouton. Merde, j'ai pas vu. Ça va trop vite les... Ah bon, à chaque fois il va m'embêter, donc
Enough
c'est
of
pas la
that
peine.
junk.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty.
Feels like that was a lifetime ago. Actually, I guess it was.
Ouais, c'est dommage, Fonzie. Tout à fait. C'est exactement
It's
ça.
kinda empty
Vraiment,
without the
vraiment dommage.
courthouse.
Tu connais ce jeu? Alors, comment je vais faire pour récupérer ça? Je lui fous un main. Je lui fous un pain? Non.
Hey, Biff. I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
D'accord.
I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
It's just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
Ouais, c'est un peu ça, ouais.
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
Bon, il va rien savoir, le bouc.
Never mind.
Allez le dire. Partout où il est, Biff, il fait chier, quoi.
Hey, Dad. Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You? Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
About Biff. Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. You know where to find me.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip.
Alors en fait, ça,
Let's say you're right.
on a des
Have you
passages
considered that this
de l'histoire du
trip may
film,
not have been entirely
mais
voluntary?
après le reste, c'est
I
complètement...
hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts
Pas hors
around
sujet, hein,
town.
mais...
Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors. Problem? Biff?
He's got this thing, see, and I really need to get it back.
If he stole something from you...
No, it's one of Doc's notebooks. Yeah, he found it first, but...
Oh, well then I'm not sure what to tell you. I guess you'll just have to appeal to his better angels or something.
Or something. That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Yeah?
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
Je l'ai fait celui-là.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son, but the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
Ouais, bah Biff, hein? Biff, il va prendre cher, Simon,
I'll
merde.
keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Bon, qui aime bien Biff, sérieusement, hein? Un petit coup de guitare,
Took
là.
me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
Graphiquement, il est beau, hein, il est pas dégueu. Hein. Là, je suis déjà venu. Ça fait trop de bruit, ouais, tu m'étonnes. Bon, qu'est-ce que je peux... En fait, il faut que je récupère vraiment le carnet que Biff il a dans les mains, là. Comment je vais faire? Je vais regarder à nouveau là.
Seems kind of empty without the courthouse.
Wait, I got one.
Merci GPLO pour ton resub. 38e mois d'abo. Merci à toi. Merci pour la fidélité. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Comment vas-tu? Alors j'ai pas vu si sur le Discord ça avait affiché l'alerte comme quoi j'étais en live. Je suis pas sûr. J'en sais rien en fait. J'ai pas eu de notif. Merci à toi en tout cas. Essaye de lui racheter. Ben, j'ai essayé, hein, et il me dit...
Hey, Biff. I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
Ouais, j'ai pas le temps d'en placer une.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
Never mind. Hope that wasn't poison gas or anything.
D'accord, il tourne la molette et après il dit oh j'espère que c'était pas un gaz
Feels like that
dangereux.
was a lifetime ago.
Ouais, c'est je dois interagir mais faut que je trouve. Il y a forcément un truc à faire. De toute façon, je suis limité en déplacement, mis à part dans cette pièce là. Et ici.
Let's make some noise.
Ah, attention ici, attention les oreilles. Non, il n'y a pas de rage, t'es qui? Je suis, ce matin, ça a été. Je me suis dit, je lance Overwatch ou je lance un jeu posé? Bah, je dis, allez. À se me lever avec l'extincteur. Ouais, pourquoi pas. Donc, j'ai tourné les boutons.
It took me forever to repair this thing
Ouais,
after I blew it
d'accord.
out last time, and now some
pas ça. Y a
jerk's
pas une
gonna
guitare
pick
dans
it
le
up
coin?
for pennies. I better not crank it up anymore. I really don't want to blow this thing out again.
Donc, l'extincteur, je peux pas. Je peux pas le sélectionner. Non, je peux pas le sélectionner. Bon, casque qui lit dans les pensées, je suis sur l'extincteur quand même là. Hein. Pas déconner, hein.
Hey, don't cut off my music. Hey, don't cut off my music.
T'es con, t'es qui? Allez, indice. Ouais, ça m'aide pas tellement quand même, hein. Je parie que cette grande gueule a une très bonne droite. Ouais, ça c'est pas faux. Donc c'est ça, faut retrouver la guitare. J'avais parlé de guitare. Elle était devant mes yeux, je l'ai pas vue. Hein. Un truc de fou.
Hey, Dad.
Ouais,
why does
bien
my
joué,
guitar got
Panzi.
a price tag on it?
Non, la guitare, elle est pas ad hoc, hein, je crois
Must
pas.
have
Hein.
been an overzealous
Ah,
flirt.
quoique.
Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
Alors tu récupères pour ouvrir l'inventaire, fais un clic gauche sur le bouton clignotant. C'est bien foutu quand même. Hein. Attention les oreilles. Faites gaffe à vos oreilles, ça va gueuler. Je le sens.
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead.
Mais c'est le son.
Let me show you how it's done.
Oh putain.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
Attention. Ah putain. Oh.
Rock on, Biff.
Enfin pour moins un.
Oh,
Oh. J'avais prévenu, hein. Je m'en doutais que ça allait gueuler comme ça.
Doc, where are you?
Ouais. C'est la DeLorean qui est revenue? Ah ouais.
Doc?
C'est Einstein, c'est sûr.
Einstein!
Voilà.
Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you? I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe.
Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right. Last time departed.
Ah, on va se balader.
Oh,
C'est cool.
jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now?
Donc il n'y a pas la date.
After all the trouble I went through getting this thing, there's no way I'm letting it out of my sight.
Faut de l'énergie. Tu crois que Lenny? Non, mais je pense qu'il faut la date.
Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc.
Il faut que je trouve des indices pour la date.
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc. I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
Ce que j'aimerais bien, c'est regarder dans le carnet là, mais je sais pas comment faire. Examiner.
This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff.
Bif. Donc c'est pas ça.
This time traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc.
On sait jamais, hein, je me suis dit, il va peut-être y avoir une date dessus. Ouais, mais non, c'est pas... Alors, est-ce que l'indice se trouve dans la bagnole? Normalement, oui. Je pense pas devoir retourner dans la maison, hein, parce que Doc a disparu sur le parking. Je vais essayer quand même. Peut-être sur Einstein. Einstein, j'ai du mal à le dire. Ouais, bah pour me dire ça...
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
Je vais lui donner la pompe. On va bien voir.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Trop fort. Ah, il manque la petite musique qui va avec. Hein.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Step away from the door!
Ah!
Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
I'm not a hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well?
E. Strickland? You aren't related to, Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna.
Ah ouais, d'accord. Ta sœur.
You're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes, what's old man I mean, what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced from myself, slacker.
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see.
Ah, merde. Qu'est-ce que je vais lui faire voir du coup? Ouais, ça.
What's that?
It's, private.
Yeah, well, so am I! What now?
Peut-être ta chaussure, hein?
A shoe? Now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Ah. Ouais, la chaussure. De toute façon, j'avais pas 50 possibilités. Hein. C'est soit ça, soit l'enregistreur. Ah, la deuxième est là. Dans un état. Cool.
Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny.
C'est bien réalisé, je trouve. Hein.
Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Oh, la vieille qui surveille tout, quoi.
Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Oh, le fusil de sniper, ouais, c'est ça. T'imagines? Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a de beau? Je fais un peu le tour. Donc là, je peux rien sélectionner.
is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Il était déjà chauve.
Could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Ah, les bons becs, je vais prendre, hein, elle m'a dit. Hein.
Candy looks older than I am.
Ah, bon, bah non, du coup.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. Then don't touch anything.
Qu'est-ce que je vais pouvoir lui piquer? Ses jumelles, peut-être? Du fait d'avoir fait bouger, là. Bien souvent, dans les point and click, c'est comme ça. Hein. Vite, les jumelles.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Ah bah, elle dit rien. Pff, surtout-
These are powerful. I can see Biff going into the video store.
Bah, elle en a même pas, hein,
You wouldn't
déambulateur.
believe the filth that boy watches. Yeah, he's nothing but an out-of-control hedonist, just like his father.
If there's a clue to finding Doc out there, I'm not seeing it. I don't even know where to start looking.
Donc, journaux, jumelles. Après, je vais aller lui reparler. Bol du chat, ça va pas m'aider, je pense pas.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
Ouais, je pense aussi, ouais, Fonzie. Elle va pas tarder à... Effectivement. Alors. Bon, je vais lui parler.
Miss Strickland?
Jack!
Putain.
I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes? Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Hi, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog.
Ouais, bah rappelle-toi-en, allez.
When was it? Oh, yes.
À mon avis, c'est
The
une piste.
day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man.
Ouais, peut-être, ouais.
Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny.
Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two right
Avant le
figs about
mariage.
history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square, right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive.
Ouais, ça doit être ça,
I've
Kenny, ouais,
got
je pense.
every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out! Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on the lower things. Is that?
Tim!
Putain.
Get away from that hubcap before I call your
Au secours, quoi. Moi, j'ai une voisine comme ça, mais laisse tomber. Il y en a, hein. Ça existe, hein.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a
Pire qu'un flic, ouais.
reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Bon, faut que j'arrive à regarder un peu.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Ouais, c'est je tire d'abord et je discute après.
You there! Don't even think about tossing
Putain.
that Kleenex on the ground!
I told you not to
Oh, elle veut
touch
pas me laisser,
those.
quoi. Alors, faut que je retouche au radiateur, peut-être, pour qu'elle se barre. Et je pourrais peut-être regarder les journaux. Si je peux le faire une deuxième fois.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Ouais, grand-mère, prends ton temps, hein. Yes, c'est ça.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
Ah, c'est tout?
Brown mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. All right, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
Là, t'as vu, Wisbot est gentil, hein.
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall, Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train.
Clint Eastwood.
I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Bah ouais, mais rechercher la période, y a rien au niveau des journaux, y a pas de date. Alors, est-ce que ça a une incidence selon où je clique? Je sais pas.
October 28th, 1985. Authorities still mystified by mall's shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Est-ce que vous croyez que c'est une incidence selon le carton où je clique?
Yeah, that's
Ah, merde.
peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Des étagères? C'est-à-dire, Kenny? Bah, le journal, mais c'est bizarre parce qu'il y en a un masse et à chaque fois que je tire, il me dit un truc différent. Mais il me donne pas la date. Enfin, il me dit pas. Je vais essayer d'aller dans la cuisine, tiens, on sait jamais.
Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
Celui tout seul, je vais regarder après.
Spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
Ah, il est où le U d'ambulance? Donc, entrée, sortie, on s'en fout. Donc il y a un journal qui est tout seul. Celui-là? Sauf que ça s'affiche pas si quand je vais dessus. Et il y en a partout des journaux. C'est elle qui a parlé d'étagère? Bah ouais, mais il n'y a pas d'étagère, Kenny, là. Bonbons, gamelles. Je n'utilise pas les indices tout de suite, hein, sinon c'est pas marrant. Il faut quand même qu'il y ait un minimum de recherche.
Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that? What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly?
It's legitimate journalism.
Donc ça j'ai déjà fait. Là ça me dit rien. Ok. Il n'y a pas 50 trucs. Hein. À mon avis ça se trouve là-dedans. Bon. Je vais la faire repartir.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Dans la cuisine j'ai pas pu y aller. Apparemment il n'y a rien à y faire.
October 28th, 1985.
Bon ça,
Authorities
déjà vu.
still mystified by mall shootout.
Donc là j'ai cliqué.
I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
J'ai cliqué sur celui-là. Je vais cliquer sur celui-là.
October 28th,
Ah, d'accord.
1985.
Ça marche.
Authorities still mystified by
Bon, c'est
mall
pas ça.
shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. October 28th,
Bon, c'est pas ça.
1985. Authorities still mystified by mall shootout.
C'est pas ça.
I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks.
Le journal
Wish I
isolé,
could
mais je
narrow
vois pas
it down
lequel
to
tu
a
veux
year
dire,
at least.
Fonzie. Celui-là, hein. Mais le problème, c'est que là, je peux rien faire. Si tu parles de celui-là, après, là, il y a un bouquin, je peux pas le prendre.
That's what you get with these cheap, foreign-made kettles.
Elle est déjà revenue.
Trying to find an American one nowadays. Ugh.
Bon, on va céder un petit peu d'indices. Hein. Allez. Soyons fous. Elle a perdu sa chaussure à l'époque de la prohibition, le jour où un établissement vendant illégalement de l'alcool a été ravagé par les flammes. Que s'est-il passé ce jour-là? Tu trouveras la date que tu cherches sur un bâtiment. Ah. Les bouilleurs m'a diminué ça. Non mais c'est comme ça, Kenny. Hein. On sait bien qu'ils sont comme ça. Avec les jumelles là, tu pourras observer plus facilement le vidéoclub. Oh putain. Mais comment veux-tu penser à ça? Pourtant tout à l'heure j'ai fait la paire de jumelles. Mais quand j'ai voulu les utiliser, elle est revenue direct.
Surely the water's boiling by now.
Vous avez déjà fait des jeux point and click ou pas? Pas du tout. Jamais ou... Et si oui,
Mind if
lesquels?
I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Mais tout à l'heure, pourquoi ça me l'a pas fait ça? Oh bif, elle. Février 32. Voilà. Grim Fandango. Je connais pas. Mist, je connais.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Sur 8. J'ai quelques jeux 8, tiens. J'en ai pas beaucoup, mais j'en ai. J'en ai quelques-uns. Février 32. Merde, du coup, j'ai pas lu. Enfin, j'ai pas lu ce qu'elle m'a dit. Vous croyez que je peux repartir à la voiture? Je pense que oui, hein.
I'm not
Ah
leaving
non.
until I find Doc somewhere in those newspapers.
Bon, mais c'est pas encore ça. Faut encore que je regarde dans les journaux. Il se déplace bizarre parfois.
I told you not to touch those.
Je suis trop vieille pour vous. Ah d'accord, merci Kenny. J'ai pas vu. Du coup, je regardais le chat,
There's
les
the
photos au
whistle.
mur.
Surely the water's boiling by now.
Ah, là, samedi, il faut à nouveau regarder dans les journaux. 1932, parce que là, on a une date. Donc je pense que ça
Let's
va...
see.
Voilà.
Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain.
T'aurais pas pu le trouver tout à
Legal
l'heure.
procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
Ah bah bravo, elle va gueuler. Hein.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order. Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what
Ouais,
you've
oups, j'ai
done?
glissé, chef.
Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Bah ouais, tu m'étonnes, t'as vu comment c'était empilé. Ah, j'ai mis des affaires d'époque.
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
On va mettre ça.
didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready to go, Einstein?
Avant le grand voyage, ça va être la petite pause de 3 minutes pour aller me chercher un café. Hein, et puis en avant vers 1932. Qu'en dites-vous? Non, pas 1932. Si c'est ça, je sais plus. Je reviens très très vite. Patientez, on va voyager après. Hein. J'arrive. Hein. Heureux. Merci pour votre patience. Merci, merci. Allez, bon, est-ce qu'on y va?
I've got to turn on the time circuits first.
On est parti?
Time circuits on. Flux capacitor, fluxy. Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June
31,
14th,
donc c'était pas 32.
1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Non, pas du tout. Allez, les 88 miles, hein, c'est important ça. Oh, cette musique. Ah, ça me donne des frissons à chaque fois que je l'entends. Qu'est-ce que je fous là? Je trouve ça plutôt sympa ce point and click. Franchement, bien. Après j'aime bien le film, hein, donc forcément ça aide. Hein. Ouais, ouais, il est pas mal. Ouais.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Ah, parce que je fais pas mal de rétro, même hors live. Peut-être que je l'ai, mais bon, ça m'étonnerait parce que ça me parle pas. Les jeux Wii que j'ai. On va encore voir Biff. Runaway, ah oui, ça me parle. Runaway, ouais. Moi j'en ai fait pas mal, mais plus à l'époque, j'ai commencé sur... Bah, c'était pas vraiment du point and click, c'était sur Amstrad, ensuite j'ai enchaîné sur Amiga. J'ai fait...
Young man, excuse me, young man.
Attends, on va laisser parler.
Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
Qu'est-ce que je vais pouvoir répondre? Alors donc je disais, j'ai fait sur Amiga Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Donc ça c'est ma référence sur Amiga. J'ai fait Monkey Island 2. Forcément le grand classique. Le Wolf Among Us. Je sais pas, je connais pas. Sur quelle machine, Kenny? Préparer le Raspberry d'ici quelques semaines. Ouais, bah, si t'as besoin, Kenny, t'hésites pas à me demander.
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
Well, I'm not so big on bomb blasts.
Yes, but this bomb blasted a speakeasy, the very symbol of
Et c'est un
lawlessness
point
and
and click,
corruption.
le
You're
golf.
all cleaning up the town, aren't you? Do you have a message
Je vais
for
le
the vicious
noter.
gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery.
Alors, Wolf, Among Us, 360. Hop, c'est noté.
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see. Because you want to blast it to smithereens, just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's... Harry Callahan.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Callahan. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet. I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger
Cave du
and
temps, je
better...
connais.
Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Ah, de nom.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Si Marty marche, maintiens le bouton droit de la souris enfoncé pour qu'il court. D'accord. Ouais, ben...
Hello?
No solicitors!
Tumberrock, connais pas.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I
D'accord.
don't really have any business in there.
Alors, là il veut pas, là il veut pas. Est-ce que j'ai loupé? Ah, j'ai peut-être regardé déjà ça. Le bar clandestin qui a brûlé.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that? I wonder who really burned down the speakeasy.
Je peux pas y aller. Je vais aller là. Y'a peut-être pas en entrée, ouais, c'est ça.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out!
Ils sont accueillants hein, dans cette ville.
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
Oh, je me fais dégager de tous les magasins.
I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
Bon, je peux pas aller plus loin. Je prends tous les indices, hein, on sait jamais, je
Wow,
regarde.
looks like they used a real shark.
C'est tout? Non, ok. Bon, en tout cas, il veut pas courir. Je laisse appuyer sur le clic droit, mais... Il n'y a pas d'indice. Je peux traverser? Yep. Bon, par contre, la maniabilité, c'est pas ouf, hein. Trevor. Ouais, je connais pas Kenny. Alors, il y a un point and click avec donc Emmett Brown, avec le doc, qui est juste complètement décalé. Je l'ai commencé une fois. Je pense qu'un jour je le ferai. Un truc de fou ce jeu. C'est moitié dessin animé et on voit le personnage, mais il est super bien foutu, je trouve. Je sais plus comment il s'appelle. Einstein est en train de pisser contre l'arbre.
According to the newspaper, Doc's not in the courthouse. He's in jail.
Avec le cerveau. C'est ça, Toonstruck, merci Kalios, merci, bienvenue. Salut, salut. Il est complètement déjanté ce jeu, et je trouve ça excellent. Et lui, il peut pas m'aider à chercher. Hein.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
J'essaie d'aller par là, où il y a la bouche d'incendie. Je peux pas aller plus loin? C'est sérieux? Ah merde.
Where is the jail in 1931 anyway?
En fait, j'essaye tout, hein, on sait jamais.
McFly!
Biff? Kid! Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly...
Donc c'est son grand-père.
Yes?
D'accord.
That hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Ah, je l'avais pas vu, lui. Oh, le bordel.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help. Those who once ate delicacies are destitute in the street. Cheery. Maybe I should go to the jail and talk to Doc before I start dialing random people in 1931. I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Mais si tu parles à personne, ça va pas m'aider, hein. Donc là, on peut pas passer. Lui, il veut pas me parler. Quand même, on va essayer. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait là? Non, j'ai pas fait ça. Ah si.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help. Okay. Hey, never mind.
Bon, c'est pas la peine. Je vais sortir de là. Je crois pas qu'il y ait grand chose à faire ici, sauf pour la porte, mais...
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Je me suis fait jeter de partout.
Marty,
Bah le voilà.
Doc!
what are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan? Right. But what?
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Ça aurait été tellement bien, c'est vrai, avec les voix françaises.
Already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided, do you?
Why don't we tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
Oh, ça va vite, hein?
With 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a puffy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
Ah ben.
I should have guessed. Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Est-ce que j'ai des pièces de l'époque? Oh, on mettait pas de pièces à l'époque? Bon, c'est bien.
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Palais de justice, il est où? Parce que c'était l'hôtel de ville. Ah non, non, j'y étais allé, hein, il me semble, même tout à l'heure. C'est pas le grand bâtiment qui est là? Il me semble que si, hein. Là. Non, normalement c'est l'hôtel de ville, là. Oh, c'est pénible ces flèches. Ça va pas du tout, hein. Tu peux pas déplacer... ok, ça va pas. J'arrive pas à courir. Toujours à côté de son arbre.
Touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but
C'est lui.
sworn officers of the court. I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, h2 of A multiplied by the inversion of h has to come out less than expectation value of a, right? No. What am I missing here? Or do we take h to stand for the meridian line up? But in that case, h to the a multiplied by the inverse of a might well be equal.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Allez, droit au but.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. They're required to maintain a constant mass.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong.
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty. I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty. Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Come on, you could trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character! Case h to the a multiplied by the inverse of a.
Will you just give me a chance?
Il va finir par céder, hein.
It's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party of the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Callahan, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it. Is that even possible?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Bon. Est-ce qu'il va céder, là?
About your...
Say it.
Ah, il veut pas, hein. Allez, salut les bots. Adieu les bots. Il y avait longtemps, tiens.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Je recommence, tu sais jamais, hein.
My father.
Non, il répète la
Pop is
même
the
chose.
most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Bon, qu'est-ce que je peux faire, là?
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Est-ce qu'il va ressortir? Ouais, le voilà.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Bon, qu'est-ce que je fais? Qu'est-ce que je fais qui va pas?
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it. Or do we take h to stand for Hermitian line operator? But in that case, h to the a multiplied by the inverse of a might well be equal to a's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Bon, une dernière fois
Sounds
ça.
like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father?
Je sais pas
He's the
ce qu'il
most
faut faire.
learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. Is reduced by the inverse of its derivative of the...
Alors. Et d'avoir laissé la parole, si vous avez quelque chose en commun, peut-être. Ouais, ok. Repartir voir, essayer d'enregistrer le marmonnement. Ah, d'accord. Oh, c'est poussé quand même. Hein. Alors, inventaire.
Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Comment veux-tu trouver ça? Cet indice sans aide. Un peu tendu quand même, hein, je trouve. Donc ça, je vais aller le faire écouter à Emmett. En prison. Et je reviendrai vers lui après. Peut-être qu'il a une réponse à me donner. Pourquoi j'arrive pas à courir?
Psst, Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
What was H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Got it. Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Attendez-moi là. Viens ici, Billy.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Je vais à la planète Vulcain. Ça non plus.
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning?
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
GG pour level up, Kenny.
I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
No! It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Faut être sûr que c'est eux, de toute façon, qui ont tué... Qu'est-ce que je dois faire, là?
How about Kid Tannen? What do we know about him?
He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's not very bright, and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Yep, that's a Tannen, all right. This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket-powered drill to run on fuel that, you know, isn't illegal?
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science has its own laws. You of all people should know that.
But couldn't you tweak your engine design a little so it runs on something else?
Like what?
I don't know, gas maybe?
Gasoline? Yesterday's news. You'll see. By 1940, automobiles will all run on pure alcohol.
Non, je crois pas, non.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what made you think of a rocket-powered drill?
Ah, that'd be Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. You have to deliver a lot of subpoenas?
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I mouth off to my pop.
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
For a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
Have you read The Time Machine?
H.G. Wells? Not yet, but it's on my list.
We'll get that subpoena delivered, or my name isn't...
Harry Callahan!
Yeah. Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Callahan. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
Bon. Allez. On va sauvegarder. Si ça vous dit, ben je ferai la suite en live dimanche prochain. Si ça vous branche. On va faire un coucou à Teki. En tout cas, merci d'avoir été présent. Merci d'avoir participé. Merci pour les resubs. Et ouais, c'est bien. Je pense que ouais, je vais aller beaucoup plus loin. Mais je vais continuer en live, hein, comme ça. Bye bye Aurel, merci d'avoir été là aussi. Du coup, dans l'ombre, mais là quand même. Allez, ben, on se laisse là-dessus. Et puis... Lurking, pas de souci. Et puis je vous dis à très vite. Allez, bye bye. Ciao, ciao.